Yeah, this is advanced technique engineering drawing, interior and interior architecture. Okay, let me just share
Yeah.
you something. Engineering drawing is our base, as we discussed last time, correct?
Yeah.
Um, and okay, all of you can see the infinite to avoid the infinite
Yes.
may I show the entire screen. Just share a tab. Okay, so you can see our sheet, right? Uh, all of you, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so now what you see, there are few things such as when we call engineering drawing, it is a vast. It's not a small thing. It is a vast because it takes from mechanical, electrical, civil engineering, interior, architect, every kind of drawing base is that, which is called an engineering drawing. So now, how it's separated from all of these sides to us. This is actually I'm going to take at the end, but let me take it a little bit now. Why I'm saying this? Because the question comes always, what is interior and interior architecture? What is the difference between that? What is the interior designer and interior decorator? These are our basic challenging questions as a student, as a freshers, and even as a professional. So when this engineering drawing is our base, these get divided into different uses of it, such as mechanical drawing, mechanical engineering will have all related to mechanics like machines and all that kind of drawing, cranks and pulleys and wheels and more about the mechanical things. Then it comes to the electrical, it will come with the circuits and those kind of drawings where they are showing the how the current is going or something like that. So the drawing are there, base will be same how to draw it, but it goes towards the electrical drawing, electrical engineering and all that. When it comes to the civil engineering, we have another again parts which shows us how the technical drawing, that means the structural drawing, RCC drawing, again there is a proper manner of presenting it, making it. Because the way last time I was saying, there are the pencils, so there is a thickness of the line, there is a wave view dimension. So today we'll see that in more. So I'll be sketching out and I can show you over there on our screen. So the thing is, interior architecture, these all engineering drawing comes towards the interior and the interior architecture. Interior design means where we are looking from internally of the house. Architecture who takes everything all around aspect, how to design that building, how to go in and out, but they are not going to look into particularly inside environment. They look every other whole complete shell environment. Now the engineer, civil engineer, they look for how to build that. It's a technical part of it, technical aspect of it. Now when it comes to the interior architect, is the kind of branch, is the kind of interior design, those who can change and make the changes in the layout. Okay, but we don't change the structure, we don't touch to any structural calculation being interior architect. Interior designer means it will be just only the interior environment and developing it, but interior architect can change the walls, change the bathroom, change this structure, but it's a wall structure, not the RCC, not the columns, not the beam, not the slab. Did you get my difference? What I'm saying, like the difference between interior architect and how our engineering is vast with all of the branches, all of the different variation, but it is the base for every kind of engineering, every kind of architecture and interior designing. Is the main base. Have you got me? What I'm saying? Hello?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So that's what now interior architect. Interior architect is the one who can change the drawing, who can change the structure internally without touching any RCC or any structural part of it. Okay. And then when it calls interior decorator, interior decorator means they are the executor. Executor means they are the contractor. Now, here again in the practical field, interior designer can be a decorator and can be a designer. Basically, this is the most important thing. And the simultaneously, same time, interior decorator means the contractor cannot be designer. For this is not the part for the contractor. Interior designer can be design and execute, contractor to execute, with the help of the designer, with the help of architect, with the help of engineers. Okay, so this every aspect of our work goes integrated. They should be integrated. Interior designer, interior architect should be the part for the project from the beginning. When the architects start developing their work, that time when the interior designers get integrated in it, it helps and it saves the cost for the client because simultaneously they develop each other. When the architect is developing the whole structure and the civil engineer is calculating the RCC and all the part of it, they like the loads and calculation. Simultaneously, interior designer is designing all inside spaces. Okay, so this is the main advance, and for that, what is required? Our tool is our drawing, very strong. Now, next is, let's see the next slide. Okay, yeah. Now, next is this. And this is the introduction to advanced drawing concept. Advanced drawing concept, which is containing, it's basically like last time what we seen was just the start. Okay, how it is, what it is on that. Now, when we say we have made two tools in our hand, software and the tools. Today's world is 2024. Okay, and I'm in my field since you can say I started quite long time. It's like around 20, 25 years in my field. So when we say it changed drastically, we used to do by hand, by this, but by hand is the base. It's the basic understanding. And I keep telling, I used to teach in a college. I was a lecturer in a college back then. I used to tell my student, and I'm telling you today, being a emerging interior designers, architect, that a small line of us is a great having a great impact on the future on your project, because when you draw a small line of 1 centimeter, some mm, or say 1 inch, because we are from different part of world, some parts use metric, some parts use the normal feet and inches. So our small line of few inches, that scale can change drastically on the side. That has a lot deep meaning. So always be careful what you are drawing, your lines, because they mean the small line, 1 centimeter line means 1 meter, it can be a 50 centimeter, that means a 10 feet, like the way I was telling last time. So we have our main tools are like our softwares, which we are now
There's no sound, no connection, huh?
yeah, we been disconnected. Can you hear now? Can you see us?
Yeah.
All of you there?
Yes, yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Shairan, I cannot hear you. Are you there? Hello? Okay. So now let's see the next slide. We got disconnected. I don't know, somewhat today, suddenly my network is having some up and downs. Okay. So you see the next slide. Next slide is, okay. Can you see this? We have a different softwares as like, time is progressing. There is also new research and development, and everyone is trying to bring new softwares to make it more easier to the tedious work, because drafting, making drawings, it's a tedious work. It takes our hours and hours. All of you, can you hear me? Can you see the slide?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So now we have our tools. These tools you need to make hands on it. You need to practice it. You need to get the classes and you learn for it. Here, what I'm gonna give you is overall view. I'm gonna push you towards being a professional designers, towards understanding what is our field, why you are in it, because it's your passion. And to give a fire to that passion, you should know what it does, how it affects. So when it affects and what it does is that your future, you are going to touch everyone's life with your design, with your ideas. It's not just that I'm a designer, so I do design. We are first thing, we are created. God has given us this strength in our hand, in our mind, that our mind can see the future. For being a designer means our futuristic vision. When there is nothing on the paper, nothing on this, client comes to you, explains you, and you understand that, okay, you want this kind of bedroom, you want this kind of a life, that you start visualizing. Your brain, your mind start developing that. That is called visionary vision, and that's what the creation, and that all thing will come up with your all the lines, with your CAD software like CAD, AutoCAD, which been, I believe I used to see this AutoCADs in 2012 or something like that. 2000, when it was just DOS and we used to give commands to make that, and now it's so much easy and it become more deep. It has n numbers of tools and uh, like deep information, and it enhances your drawings. Instead of sitting hours on the drafting board and sketching and making your back breaking down, this is easy to sit on a laptop computer and make the CAD drawings. This has two parts, 2D and 3D. Such as by during those time in somewhere 2008-9, new software started coming up with this AutoCAD, such as Rivet. SketchUp's been all the time the backbone for a lot of architects because it's very easy to make 3Ds and all that. SketchUp doesn't give much good quality of 2D, but it gives quite good quality of 3D. Yet it is not realistic presentation. Then there comes 3D Max, then comes Maya, which I have not mentioned here. They are more realistic. Rhino, they are more realistic rendering thing. Then BIM software such as ArchiCAD, Vectorworks, if I show you, so these are the interface of different softwares. Can you see this slide? All of you there with me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Just give me some time. Suddenly, yeah. Please welcome Niha. Yeah. Okay. I hope you can hear us, and welcome to our quick workshop for advanced drawing techniques. So here we are into the,
No.
hello, can you hear us?
Yes, yes, I can.
Okay. Nihat, can you hear us? Hello? Okay. So let's see what is our different interface of the software. OpenQ, yeah. Yes, can you hear Nihat?
Yeah.
Okay, great, great. So just keep your mics off so that you can hear me. And when you have any question or something, raise your hand so I can open that mic and the sound will not like overlap or echo will not come. Okay. So now we are on the slide. We are saying like how the software. What are our tools to helping as an interior architect, interior designer, architect? So our tools are here, which I'm just like, let me just open our slide. Okay. So these are different software which helps us. CAD software like AutoCAD, Rivet, SketchUp, 3ds Max, Maya, Rhino, BM software such as ArchiCAD, Vectorwork. Okay, these are the tools, and keep going progressing. And then there are rendering tools like V-Ray, Corona, Lumion, and these, first thing first, always when you are developing your project, it's always in a 2D. 3D does not like 3D doesn't mean interior designing, or 3D doesn't mean the design. 3D is overall project product. Like when you are cooking a biryani, example, you need to have rice, chicken, vegetables, spices, and all that. Okay, so those spices is your basic. That is your 2D drawing. Are you getting me? The very simple example. Because when the people comes to you and they say, "Oh, can you make a 3D?" Yes, I can make a 3D, but that will be the final result of my design development, because 3D doesn't give you height, 3D doesn't give you how it is, what it is, how to produce that work, right? So our base is our drawing. Can you hear me, all of you? Are you with me?
Yes.
Yeah. So now, when we are saying our software, that is our tool, AutoCAD this. Now, when you look at it, these are different software and these are interface, different interfaces. Okay, that's the AutoCAD. There is the river. Can you see my arrow also? I hope you are with me and you're getting the arrow and you can see the slide, right? Hello? All of you with me?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you see this slide, so these are all interface. AutoCAD, Revit, ArchiCAD, Vectorwork, Rhino, SketchUp, 3ds Max. So what comes first? First comes the AutoCAD, first comes the Revit, first comes the ArchiCAD, which gives us a 2D planning. 2D planning with various commands, various, and all of you, being student or being a professional, get your hands on the AutoCAD 2D surfaces because that's the basic, most important tool, which gives all the dimension, which gives a proper scale product of your drawing. Then you go to the Max, then you go to the SketchUp, then you go to Vectorworks and ArchiCAD to make it 3D. Okay, so that's all the different of our tools and softwares, such as tools when we say it can be a digital tablet, laser measure, and the 3D printers. Those are the new tools which are more easier. So like when you can see there is a sketch over here, right? Hello?
Yes.
Yes, yes, I can see
Yeah,
the sketch.
yeah. So you can see the sketch is happening. So the sketch, what you see is by hand, right? The same thing, we can use our digital tablet. There is a pen, and with that, we can make these sketches, which goes directly to the computer. I'm from the little old school, so I do a lot of sketches by hand, and then it comes to the, like computer, and then we develop further. And I feel, and I enjoy that basic process of developing because that gives my vision, my creativity more freedom. So the having a digital tablet is one of the very good useful thing, or having your sketchbook always ready with you. Sketchbook, pencils. Whenever you go out, keep sketching. That gives your I love those things. Keep sketching and all. So that gives being a creator a good hand to you. That gives you more visualization for your future. Now, laser measure, that is the tool which is like a metric tape, like measuring tapes and all. So you can use that one on the site. It will be more easier using the laser measure. So you can quickly measure the sides if the height is more and all of that. Okay, so I'm just looking for my measuring tape over here. Okay, so that's the laser measure tool. 3D printers. Now, 3D printers were coming, say, past 4 5 years, and now they are very strong. They can create a 3D image, and which you can use directly. A 3D means all three-dimensional image, right? So these are our tools. Now, when we see next to it here, these have you got any? Do you understand all of these our different softwares and tools to use?
Yes. I use SketchUp for me mostly,
Okay.
and Blender for 3D renders. Then I use my SketchUp for 2D.
Okay. So now get your hands on AutoCAD or Revit, but I feel the AutoCAD is more easier, more faster because that produce your all working drawings. Suppose you make a table, right? When you make a table,
I want to ask a question.
please. Yes.
These apps and these websites you're talking about right now, are they all used for like uh, interior designing and architecture, like outer, exterior architecture and interior architecture?
Yes. Now, not only these softwares are not only for interior designers, architecture, the basic subject engineering drawing. So these softwares are helpful for all kind of the branches because they have that kind of variation. So if you are doing interior, if you're doing architecture, yes, these software, all this software makes it 2D, makes it 3D, internally and externally. It's just your tool, how you utilize it. If you're making its interior layout, as we have seen our last time our slides. If you're doing our interior layouts for, okay, let me just share quickly last time's one slide. Okay, so you will get that. So I'm just opening our last time slide. So all of this, yes, all these softwares helps in every direction of this um, creative field of engineering. So how does it, the first beginning I was saying, how does it separate? When it comes to mechanical, it goes into that field, it goes into those detail, but the software is the same. It's the same AutoCAD, is the same Rivet, you can use that. But ArchiCAD and all those softwares, ArchiCAD and Vectorwork, those software goes more towards our architectural and interior designing. But SketchUp, 3ds Max, Maya, AutoCAD, they are the major vast software which can help any other branches, also electrical engineering or electrical drawing, mechanical, aeronautical, every kind of into this, because they can produce a 2D as well as 3D. But the ArchiCAD and SketchUp is also vast. Rhino, all of these are basically used for our interior architect. Those are our supporting softwares. Okay, I hope you got your doubt clear.
Yes,
Hello.
yes, I do.
Okay, so now when we are going next, let's see the next slide. Okay, so what was I was doing, I was showing you last time slide, and I'm just trying to open the slide. Okay, and I cannot see the slide opening. Do you remember last time we have shown all the plants and everything? So let me just quickly share that slide, so you will have the idea, and like let me just share. Um, Present. Okay, and okay, that's our last time slide. Can you see this slide? You can see, all of you, can you see the slide?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the same thing. We are using AutoCAD. We are using, when we go for the 3Ds and all that, we are using 3D Max and all. This is your tool. Example, I was just saying the biryani. Okay, with the same rice, you can make biryani. With the same rice, you can make a pulao. With the same rice, you can create something, say, another pancakes, right? So these are the same thing. These are the software which gives you all hands based on your stream, like it's architect, it's interior designing, how you use it more. So what is important to you to learn this thing, to get mastering into it, to understanding this software, because these are the today's software. Yes, but to understand this, always good is your basic drawings by hand, the sketches, understanding the measurements. So you can surely go back to our first seminar, first workshop, go to it. You can reverse back it, watch it again, and you can understand what is the basics for it. So this is our last times. So this is all like architect, interior designer. We are using CAD and all. Now next, okay, I will share another slide. Let's go back to our previous slide. Okay, and here we are. Let me get into it. Sorry for those sound of like in our computer. Windows, and there. Yeah. Okay. So now let's see how all of this complex dimensioning and annotation. So when you use all these softwares like CAD and Rivet and all that, there are different different dimensioning, align, angular dimension, like to have inclined angles, how to give that baseline, continuous dimension for common baseline, end-to-end measurements. There are dimensions type. So when you go with AutoCAD and all of this software, because if you're using SketchUp, yes, that is a basic one. Start developing and learning AutoCAD, because it's one of the tool gives you unlimited uh, direction, unlimited freedom to develop your drawing, to develop your design. Okay, so when you know how you can do, there are angular. Okay, let me just get back to our camera. Can you see me, all of you?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So now when we go to our AutoCAD, okay, let me show you one of the drawing. I will share that with you. Fine. Just a sec. I'll share some of the drawing. You can understand, like, how the extent of it to it's one of our drawing. And it's like it's with the factory, they are producing it. Okay. So you'll understand the dimensioning, what it is and all. Let me just share with you. Okay. Moment, please. And let's share that. Here, you can see the drawing. Now in this drawing, you see you can see a complexity of those lines. Can you see this? All of you?
Yes.
Yeah. You will say, what is this? Okay.
Yeah.
So let me just show you what is this. Yeah. This is called working drawing. And quickly, let me find out the main drawing required for it. Yeah. So you will understand what it is showing and how it is happening. Okay. I'll just share this thing with you. Okay. It's one of our drawing, which everyone loves to see, so that you will understand and you'll surely get inspired. Okay. Let's just get, I'll share the screen with you. 1 second. Okay. You are seeing this so many lines. You're seeing something is written over there, right? So
Yeah.
let me share with you now
Yes.
another.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me share with you another window of mine. Okay. Now, here is something so pretty. What we always think, like, that's the design, that's the thing. But you come over there, can you see some of this? This is a whole plan in.
Yes.
Okay. To come over there, it's not just starting with the 3D. No, it's not just starting with the SketchUp. It's starting, look at this. This is getting a little clear because the file is heavy. You can see, can you see this?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. We can see. Okay.
Yeah. And this is as equal as realistic, and the work is going on the side. So when you see all this small intricate detail, you can see how the light is, you can see how the painting is placed, you can see how the headboard is, you can see how the bed is, and you can see even the skirting. Can you see all the small details? You can see there is some TV, and it looks like hanging, correct?
Mm.
You can see the back all paintings and the frames, and there is some kind of a chair. Correct? This is all its plan, and this is called 3D. It's in the 3 dimension. But when we are doing this, what is the base for this? Base for this is this one. Let me just open that drawing and share with you again. Base of this one is this all. To come to that base, to come to this, the base is this. This is the base. You see all this drawing? Are you getting me? This is the base. This shows how it will be. This shows how we are going to do it. So
Yeah.
now when you are seeing, I'll show you again. We'll go back to that one of the slide. Okay, quickly. So
So this is showing like the interior design of the house?
this is showing how to develop it. Okay, so when you see that house, like just now, which we were seeing, okay, let me just go back to it and I'll open that slide. Okay, let us open this side photo. In a second, I'll show it another direction, so you will understand the depth of it. 1 second. Because everyone sees these end result, but they are not understanding what it brings, how it comes, how do you arrive here. So to arrive there, okay, let's go. Let me share with you this my screen. Okay, can you see this window? Can you see this one? You can see there is one nice big glass mirror is there. There are some shelves. There is a writing
No,
table.
not
and there is some panel.
Now, yes.
Can you see that? Yeah. So when you look at this,
Yeah,
this is,
now we can see.
yeah. So this is all is how you will make this. It's your visualization, it's your thought, right? This is not just coming by making first 3D. No, this comes along with the proper development. You do first some sketches. You understand what is your space. The space was this. You can see a square room. The space was this. With all the sketches, with all the thought, there is a door, how you enter, how you use, how the sitting area, how the sleeping area, how the like study area or the private small study area becomes. And then you can see my cursor, right? Which I'm moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, how that another door goes to the washroom or like bathroom area. So this is the entry. So when you see this plan, everything goes into this line work, which is our, okay, so let me again share back to you this line work. Can you see these lines? Or again, I think I need to share with you the screen. Okay, so just sharing with you the window. So this is its whole thing. The bed, what you see, and the side table in that 3D. 3D is perspective view. There are various perspective views. So 3D is the perspective view. So when you look at this one, which is again I have to share because I have to juggle between all windows. Okay, so let me again juggle back to it. When I'm sharing with you, okay, you see the cupboard, you see this thing. So how will you make it? How will manufacture it? How the contractor will understand, okay, he sees this thing. How will he know what is the height of this? How the shelf will come? What are the details to manufacture it? So those are in your drawings here. And when you see this one, let me share again back to our major slide. Okay, here, share. So you see this all? These are all detail. You understand, like here it is showing what is this, how it is, what it is. And this is done with the AutoCAD. So that you are seeing the dream of clients' eyes, right? You are bringing it into the language of our drawing and you are making it with the 3Ds as if like, yes, this is what gonna be. And when it goes on the site, that's how it start getting shaped, right? So now let's go back to our main slide and let me share that with you. Are you getting what I'm saying? Are you getting the idea how our work goes?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
question.
please.
So when you're using the AutoCAD, are you able to do these writings, or you print it out, or you save it as an image, and then you now add the writings that you have here?
If you see all this thing in this slide, which is now in front of you, which shows so many lines and writing, everything is done in AutoCAD. Everything what you see,
Okay,
everything
all
is
right.
done in AutoCAD. And that's what. One side you're having mastery on SketchUp or Max and all those 3D software, you should have this base. This is your major base, which will speak how to make that, how to do that. This is the basic. That's called our engineering drawing. That's called our interior architect. That's called our all planning. When you see this plan, let me again share with you the slide. Okay, let's go back to one of our slide. Here. When you see this plan, this is all everything made in AutoCAD. This can be made in Rivet, but I always like, even though AutoCAD is a little bit tedious, because it gives every kind of proper dimension which goes on the side. When you're saying 3 feet 9 inch or 3.9 meters, and the sizes, when you say all this, yes, it is on the side. It is on the side. You can take the same measure. So then when you see the next slide, let me just again go back to our slide, which is a very intricate drawing, because that's the, here, okay, that's the development of your drawing. So there comes a three part. First thing comes as your concept, where you do the sketches, where you do your like basic You start doing the basic 3ds or basic idea in this sketching format. That can be a SketchUp, that can be by your hand, and then it comes like when you start developing it, it comes, this is all called as a working drawings. Okay, this is a more in detail drawing. Working drawing is done by designer, and this drawing, when it goes to the factory, when it goes to the contractor, they will develop upon this. They call as a shop drawing. That means they will go on the site with your working drawings, take the site real measurement. Suppose if it is 5 feet or say a 1 meter on the site. I'm giving an example in both metrics and feet. So if it British style and the metric style. So if it is that on the side, your drawing, which is based on the architectural drawing, which is based directly some like overall drawing of that area. Okay, when the contractor take this drawing on the site, he can see the site wall is little bit plus minus. Maybe it is few inches more or few inches small. So then with our working drawings, which you see all of this detailed drawing where there is all dimensions, this is a detailed drawing, some sections. So if I can open one more drawing to show you like, more detailed things, just let me check with that. Ceiling layout, wall elevations. Okay, I'm opening one more drawing for you. Okay. This, the one which you've seen. Okay. So you can relate how it is. Okay. My thing is, I want to show you that how the drawings which you feel like, oh, I don't need, I can make a 3D and the 3D can give. No, 3D will not give you the result. 3D will not help you to save clients money, to help him to get achieve things in a budget. These your drawings, these your details are the guidelines for all of those things which is in the 3D. Okay, so let me just show you that 3D and you will get it where we are. 1 second, I'll come back to you. Okay, so now here, let me share the line. Let me quickly share it. Okay, there you see. Can you see? Okay, can you see this 3D now? This is our,
Yeah.
like, this is actual work is going on. So can you
Yes.
see this? Now, here you see a wall, back wall. There are some paintings. There are some, this is one of the big black color painting. You see some molding on the wall. There is some mirror here. Can you see this side wall with the clock on the wall clock is there? This side
Yes.
wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
In reality, when you give this 3D to the contractor, he doesn't know how much is the distance from this wall to this paneling, from there to there, and what is the molding, what is the detail for it, and then how to place this, like, a mirror. If you give this just 3D, you give every freedom to the contractor just to place it as it just look like. But if you make all these basic drawings, which is with your CAD, okay, which is with your Rivet and all that, that will come here. Let me share you another screen so you will get that what I'm saying. Okay, that comes to here. Oh, let me quickly share. This is called all over wall elevation. Now you see the place which you see in that 3D for the big black painting, the paneling, and here is actual. Can you see my cursor also on the screen, which I'm sharing with you?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can see. Okay.
Yeah. So now these elevation is the elevation which is beside the bed. There is a mirror, there is a molding, and now when you go deep into it, there is even a style of molding. You can see this detail.
Yeah.
Can, yeah. So these all details, all the measurements, okay, these all measurements you cannot get from 3D. You have to develop it. When this happens, it's called some little discipline, like a discipline that will help you to achieve your luxury in budget. That's what the most important thing. Like they say, I say God lies in detail, not the devil, because our positive energy, God or the Creator, He has given us this ability to go into depth and to bring out its beauty. So now this particular wall which you see, that is one side wall. Then this particular wall which you see, this is the other side wall. Okay, and there are all details of it. This particular wall, which is on the back, and then when you see, let me just again go back to our 3D, so you will immediately understand how that development helps to get all those things into reality. You see now, all of those 3 walls, 2 walls, what you see here, you're getting it. This
Yes.
Yeah, we're
this is
getting it.
this is the wall with the mirror, this is the wall with the painting and the wall paneling, this is the wall on this side with all the paintings, this is the another wall with another this thing. So interior designing is consider all the inside parts of it. Okay, interior architect consider when you change some walls, when you change some orientation of those walls in the room, that is interior architecture. And in that interior architecture and interior designing, we are not touching any kind of a structural columns, beam, and all that. Okay, are you with me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is how we are getting into it. There we go. Let me just go for our next slide. Now, when I open this drawing, you can see a various dimension. Okay, just let me go back to our slide. You can see the various way of dimensioning this. Okay, in this slide, can you see? I have zoomed in. So can you see how the dimensions are there?
Yeah, we can see them.
Yeah. So we go down. There is this is actually a shop drawing by our contractor, because we have given them all this working drawings. So these are all detailed. This is going to manufacture in reality to get us that vision which I just showed you, that like, this will be like this will be like that. Yeah. This one. This is getting into me. Okay. So now when we are saying, okay, let's go for our next slide quickly. Here. Um, that's what I'm saying. A line, angular dimension for inclined lines, baseline, continuous dimension. You can see that in the drawing, how the continuous dimensions are there. Here we go. In this drawing, let me just share with you. Are you with me? Here.
Yeah.
You see the continuous dimension? It's showing the horizontally, it's showing the vertically, how it is going, what it is going. So these are all dimension. You can see how the drawing is explaining what is what thickness, what is what height. Are you getting with me? Are you with me? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is all comes in our drawing. This is our photo. This is our a tool. This we have to make it stronger to go towards 3D, to go towards making ourselves a fulfilled, complete interior designer. So there we go. Back to a slide. So dimension slide, dimension style, font size. Dimension style is another thing which comes again in AutoCAD and all this thing. So where you have a different scales such as 1:25, 1:50, which we discussed about last time. When we go in depth, in detail, it's like zooming into it. Right now, when I'm having this slide, which is of the drawing, I'm zooming into it to see more detail. Correct? This one. When I'm let's see. When I'm going in this slide, correct? We are zooming into it. So it is the similar way when we are going with our scale, 1:10, 1:20. So how you will make that? So there is the various ways. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there is a various ways where you can, let me just share with our slide. There is a various ways where you can, uh, 1 second, let me just share that thing. Okay. There's a various way in AutoCAD where you can base that. So the height of letters, which is like the number on the dimension, which we were discussing about last time and again. So that all comes on it. Now, when we say aligning angular dimensions comes in an angle. If you see, let me just get back to my camera so that you can see me. Can you see all of?
Yeah.
Yeah, all of you, can you see me? So when we look at here, when the dimension goes in angular direction, in this way, okay, so they call it as an angular dimension in this side. Fine. So we will go for that. How to do that? How to align that? That's the one of the thing. And then let's. Oh, I'm hitting this sound. Okay. So the next, you can see advanced annotation method, ladder, line, text, annotations, hatching and patterns. Like hatch. When I see our drawings, let me just sketch it for you. Okay. So here, you can see our slide, right? Hello. Are you with me? Or
Yeah.
Yes, yes, I can.
you can see our slide. So just let me a little bit stop sharing, and I can, like, just let's me make it like, okay. Okay. Here. Okay. So when you see all this, fine. There are various. Let's see first this slide. So like we'll understand what I'm going to talk about next. Is sharing the slide and fine. Uh, you can see advanced annotation method, ladder lines, text annotation, hatching and patterns. Hatching means when you have a various hatch patterns. Yeah, I can't hear you. Pardon, can you please be little clear? Anyone saying something?
No, ma'am.
Any doubt with you? Anyone is having any doubt? Okay. So then the symbols and notation. When I see, Sumi, your file of presentation, so there I felt the basic drawings and sketches. How do we do that? Okay. So let's go for that. Can you see these slides? Advanced projection techniques.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is the advanced projection techniques? Those are few very, very important basics. Okay. So now when we discuss all about how the drawings are, how the 3D is working, and I'm again emphasizing on our basic drawings. So let's get back to that to go towards that whole vast area. So the basic is such as our orthographic views, isometric views, oblique views, perspective drawing. This all our 3Ds are perspective drawings. Whatever you make in AutoCAD or you make in 3D Max or SketchUp, and you see, oh, that's how it looks, and everybody calls it as a 3D. It's actually computerized perspective drawing. Do you get me? It's actually computerized perspective drawing with 3 dimension, which you make by hand. You can see in our slide here, right? That is done by hand. And when it comes in the computer with all of this software, Max, SketchUp, Maya, showing all the 3 directions, when we are saying these are all different interfaces of it. Here, you can see this slide. Can you see this slide? SketchUp and 3ds Max. Okay.
Yeah.
It's also, yes,
Yeah.
various axes, X, Y, and Z. When it goes in Z axis, it becomes 3D. When it is only in X and Y axis, it is 2D. You can see the rhino, you can see the vector work. So all of these interfaces, all of this software gives us that 3D. Okay, so this is by hand. And now let's see, what are those advanced projection techniques? Those are orthographic view. Orthographic view is you have a plan, you have elevation of a 3D object. That's called orthographic view. In short, you have a cube. Can you see my camera? Let me just little quickly unshare this so we can see quickly because the time is another part. So Let me just stop this. Fine. Sharon, all of you, can you see Sharon and who else is there? Honey, Sumirai,
Yeah.
Shumi, you
Yeah.
can see. Now let me just unstop. I will stop the presenting and you can see us, right? Let's discuss about this major thing, which is called orthographic. Quickly, I'll give you the review. What is the orthographic? You can see my screen, right? So let me just quickly sketch. Always our normal pencil. You got to go with those pencil with their sharpness. You can see the sharpness of the point, right? So I'm sketching of one small cube.
I cannot see your camera though.
Oh, okay. Can you let me just make it? Um, okay. Are you with me? Let me just quickly be there. Here. Okay. Can you see that? Our camera and everything? Can you see me clearly?
Yeah.
Okay, okay, wait, let me see. Okay, there is a numerous of screen. Let me just stop sharing that. One sec. It's like infinite thing. Okay, so let me just quickly share how do we go towards there, and the basic slide where we are right now is sharing this, share. Okay, the orthographic view. Okay, so for that, I'm taking back to my camera so you can see my sketch. Fine. Okay,
Okay.
fine. So I'm just making a quick cube, which is called as a 3D. Fine, by hand. So I'm making a quick cube, and they're how integrated. Fine. Okay. So what you see here, a three-dimensional, just a rectangular block box, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Yeah.
this is lying on some base. This is lying on some base plane, right? Now, when you look at this is what we call, because it has 3D or perspective. Wow, this is called orthographic view, sorry. Uh, when you see this z axis, x and y axis, giving you a three-dimensional figure, okay, when that three-dimensional figure goes into two-dimension, what happens? You see this is a rectangular longer surface, you see the smaller surface, you see this top. So when you look at it from the top, it's the top view. When you look at it from the front, it's the front view. When you look at from side, it can be left side or right side view, like depend on the direction where you're looking at it. Can you see? Right? So
Yeah.
to come to this, what we had to go basic. We had to go down as a basic. Yeah, right. So let's go to the basic, which is called our orthographic view. What you will see, which is the rectangle side, you will see just a rectangle. You will see it's top, top, and that's the side. Okay, so if we are looking at this, and this is your front, this becomes your side, this becomes tops, so then it goes to this orthographic view. This is our isometric view, this goes at orthographic. This is isometric, this is orthographic view. So when you look at it, this is the top, this is the front, this is the side view. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so everything is based on each other, hand in hand, integrated. When you understand this thing, then you can make this thing. When you understand this thing, then you can make this thing. And this is what our plan, section, the drawing which I've shown you, and then it goes very intricate. It's saying like 18 mm thick MDF and all that, this in this format. And when you see that beautiful room, a bedroom, that is in this format. So the room goes this one side wall, this other side wall, and there is a bed in here, right? There is a bed in here, correct? So
Yeah.
that becomes our closed area. So that's our, okay. Okay. So now these are various way. This is called, first one is our isometric view. This one is orthographic view. It has again two another methods to have the orthographic. Isometric has its method how to do it. Why? We have a little short of time, but I'm just showing you how it is happening. I'll show you the oblique view, how it is. Okay, the difference between isometric and oblique is the angle, at which angle you see that object. So isometric has all both sides 30-degree and 30-degree angle. Okay, let me just quickly sketch back to you. And when you draw your lines, okay, you have take always practice it, have command on your hand, and when you draw a line, it should not be crooked like this, it should not be like this, it should have a strength, it should have the confidence. So when you make first lines, it's called, these are very light lines, they called as a construction line. You can see how the light these lines are. Can you see it clearly?
Yeah, I can
No.
see.
Yeah, so these are all called construction line. You see that? So this is your very light hand. You have to have control on your hand. Okay. So when I seen your PDF, so this is where our beginning is. So you will develop more. You will get into that depth, and it will help you for your every presentation, every work. So when you see this is construction line, I did with very light hand, holding my pencil a little longer, so it gives me very ease to make these light lines. Now I'm making main lines because I got my 4 points in this. So to have this isometric view, our base is there. We take the 30-degree angle on the both side. Then we raise our vertical. Okay, here you can see. Then we have our Z axis, correct? Are you getting me? You
Yeah.
can see my screen, my camera. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
You have these angles 30-degree, 30-degree. This is isometric view. Okay, 30-degree, 30-degree. That orthographic projection, this one, top, front, and side view. That's gonna be here as an isometric. That is our 3D. When you understand this basic, that will help you in your SketchUp, that will help you in your Max, that will help you in every direction. Okay, so now when you see this, that's our top here. And now I'm holding my pencil a little nearer with the strong force on it. And let me just quickly see my sharpener. Okay, I'm using another pencil with a more sharp. Okay, so now there it is. My lines are making it more stronger. You can see. I'm holding it a little nearer. When you do the construction line, which gives you the overall shape of that object, then you hold little far and you put the lines very lightly, okay? As if like just you are making a stroke, like that. Got that? What I'm showing?
Mm,
And you can
Yeah.
see how light,
yeah.
lightness. And then when you are going to make your final lines, you got your shape in there, right? With all this top view, front view, side view. Okay, you got this, right? Okay, I'm writing like this, or this top view, front, because in the orthographic projection, there are two different methods. So right now I'm just showing like the top view, front view, and this. So when it is coming, you projected it and you see your top view, front view, and the side view. Now let's make it bold to see the shape. So now this time you're holding your pencil nearby, and without having pencil crooked or like this. No, the line should be swift. Are you getting my thing? Are you understanding what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Your line should be
Yeah.
swift. How do you sketch? How do you draw? This your lines. So first thing, your construction line, never forget to have those lines. Never, because they gives you your desired product. They gives you your lines. You're getting it? How light I'm making it? Fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me, we got this R shape in there. Let me just quickly, like, make those lines. And I'm holding my pencil here and I'm just taking it out. There we go. Can you see the object now? From the construction line to this main object, right? This is isometric, which goes 30, 30 degree. 30 degree here, 30 degree here. So all of this, your line should be basically very light and then your object. When you understand it's both, your complexity of object is not difficulty for you. Got it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it.
When you understand this both orthographic and isometric, your complexity of project or object, it will not stay there. You will understand it more and you will enjoy that because it's like solving the puzzle. It's like just getting into it and finding. And this base helps you in your 3ds Max, helps you in SketchUp, Rivet, everything. This is the base. Like this is our rice, chicken, spices. Then you make it kabuli rice, then you make it jollof, then you make it biryani, whatever. Okay, so this is our rice, like a bread and butter at the beginning. Now, when we are having this isometric view, these angles, those are like 30 degree, 30 degree. Now let's see something called as the oblique view. Oblique view is again the angle change. Yeah, and that this one's 1 second. Okay, here now you see the 30 degree. The another one projection is called, when you change your angle, let me get it in. Another one angle. Let's again make our baselines, right? I think I should get some board here so that you can see it easily. Yeah?
Mm.
Yeah. So when we have our lines and the board and then the angle of it, fine. When this goes to the 45 degree angle, and then same way of isometrics with our lighter construction lines, fine. That's become orthometry. That's become another view of it. Okay, so these are all our basic views, basic techniques. I am just trying to quickly explain about it. Fine. And let's share our screen and let's go for the next slide because let's see our timing. As we were saying it, let me just quickly share my window. Okay, so this is all the base for your developing of your drawing techniques. Okay, so this is like a specialized drawing consideration when we are saying as per industries. Your industry, you are into the interior designing, you are into architecture. So our industry, based on our industry, we are going to use all these tools and software based on our industry. So now when we say interior design, architectural, mechanical, civil engineering, I just had a few words about it at the beginning. Yeah, please. Yes. Anyone wants to say anything?
I'm okay over here.
Okay. So based on our this use of this software, based on our side, based on our industrial application, it goes to the interior design, it goes to the architectural, it goes to the mechanical and civil engineering. So overall, what we are saying today is how do we have all of this various tool in your hand? Yeah, in your hand as your development, as your tool, and when you are going on the your designing field, when you are developing yourself further, your base. My past two workshop, like past Friday and this Friday workshop, is just to give the whole idea how is our drawing important. When someone asks you, oh, can you make 3D? 3D is, I keep saying 3D is not the interior designer. 3D is not the design. Architect, interior designer, civil engineer, everybody has to make this first base the 2D. It's called a back office, you know. When you have some drama and it's going in the theater, there is a back office where they practice it, where they make all the backgrounds, where they did everything, and then you see that whole drama sitting in the theater, right? The same way for us, this is our back office, this is our backstage, where we are developing our own techniques of how to make the sketches, how to develop this. So you have a different tools. And in today's age, we have our tools as a AutoCAD, 3ds Max, and everything. So from that basic development, when you go towards practice, 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 as we said last time, and you are going to get to your side, getting into master of your field. And that's how you'll be like tomorrow's interior designer, interior architect. And that's what our interactive workshop been. And I would like to give you a small exercise. So maybe you can just message me back that how you understood making the 3D, right? Because the time right now, we will, get into it. So I'll give you a quick exercise. Okay, let me just make a quick sketch and very, very, very simple so you can understand. If you are interested, then next time we can have a workshop which will say how to make a basic layout. Right now we understand how to make, have, right now we understand the basics of drawings, why we need all those, how our life or how it is important being a designer, being architect for us, this all drawings and going towards the 3D. So next time I can have a workshop for you, which will show how to lay the basic layout. Because I have seen in Shumi your PDF the layout, and I would really love to be a little more interactive. How to suppose you have just seen one bedroom, right? In the bedroom, you have seen how it is laid. So let me just quickly, I'll just show that bedroom. Yeah, when I see that bedroom. Okay, so I would just like to help you if like you're interested next time. So we will have that where you can see how to go for the basic layout, how to pick any basic layout. Now here you see this is in 3D, but there is a basic layout of this one in AutoCAD, of this one in 2D. I mean to say instead of AutoCAD, say it's in a 2D. So there is a basic layout. That basic layouts brought all this. So that we can do a next time. But right now, I want to give a small exercise. Okay. If you are with me, just let me just share that one. I'm hearing that sound. Okay. So you are getting my slide, right?
No.
No, not the exercise. No, not yet.
Not yet. Okay. Let me just see. It's giving me that indication and making that weird sound. Here. This is our plan. Can you see this one?
No.
Can you see this slide, which is the plan of that bedroom?
No.
Now you can see? No, okay. My slide is not going ahead next, or it's somewhere stuck. Just a moment. Let me get back to you quickly. I believe the other people, 3 more people, they just like, yeah. Okay. Now, can you see this plan?
No.
No, nothing yet has shown.
Okay, something, you can't share your screen. Something is happening. Screen is not sharing. Okay, let me just try again. Okay, can you see now?
No.
Not yet.
Oh, so some problem is happening. Well, so I was saying like the plan which you have seen when I was doing the presentation, the plan which you have seen for the bedroom. Okay, so I would love to get a little bit into it for the next webinar if you're interested, a workshop where we'll see how the basic in depth we are going, right? How to make the plan. So today, for the overall understanding of 2 days workshop, I want to give you a small exercise, which is like just to make a small chair. Take any 3D, any your college or your work assignment, just a chair. I'll give you the example, which is a chair, and makes its isometric view and makes it orthographic view. So that to basically understand how the 3D and how the 2D works. So when we go for the next workshop, are you interested for the next workshop to me, honey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll go for the next workshop, and this is a small series we'll make where you will learn the basic. And I'm always wanted to let the people know that interior designing is not just a 3D, it's those basic drawing, it's those 2D drawings that brings out to the 3D, that gives us all dimension, that brings the dream into reality, and that makes the client understand how much and where his money is going to go. By seeing the 3D, 3D can be any photo, right? It can be any photograph taken from internet, but that's not your idea. Your idea is developing this 2D and making into the 3D, and then knowing that, okay, these are the details. I need to have this wardrobe, I need to have this shelf, I need to have this shutter, and to have this glass, which you have seen in our just example of the bedroom. Then you understand how much you're expending. That's how you can bring your clients' money into budget, and you can give them a luxury in a budget. Okay, so a small exercise for you that I will share you on the message or in email, that a small 3D you can make into its orthographic view, and from there you can go into its 3D, which is like isometric view, axonometric view. So that's a basic understanding to get it more clear. And use your hand, just the end of it. Use your hand when you are making construction line. Always go with the construction line, which are the lighter lines, to let know your own mind that what you are like drawing, what you are having in your mind, like to bring your brain thoughts on your paper is your lighter line, which is we call construction line. And then you have your main lines where you are holding the pencil near, sharpening your pencil. Either you can do with a blade or sharpener. Now there are almost all new pencils and everything is there, but I love those things because they gives that thickness, and you make your lines. One more small tip: when you're making your thick lines, okay, and you have your scale in your hand, like those lines, when you're making, oh sorry, my hand, when you're making those lines, okay, when you have your scale in your hand, set square in your hand, and when you're placing this line, you can little bit turn this pencil, you can little bit swirl, like little bit, you can do that. So what happens when you're making this most important lines, it will give the same thickness by hand, not just in the computer, like in CAD and all that, when you set up all that line thickness and all. But when you do by hand, you can set up by your hand the thickness of line. You can see my line thickness from end to end, it's same. From end to end, it's same. Can you see this?
Yeah.
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 When I'm seeing the construction line, you can see even their thickness, the construction line. It's end to
Mm-hmm.
all the way it's same. All the way it's same. So that is our skill you have to develop, right? You can see even this line, their thickness is same, right? This thickness is same. So that's what a little small exercise for you. Take a chair, which is in 3D or just a chair, try to sketch it first thing, then go for the orthographic view, which is the 2D, top, elevation, side elevation, okay? And make it in 3D. Like like sketch just by hand without thinking it's angles and everything. Yes, please, Shumi.
No, it's okay.
Okay. And the next is like first you make the sketch just without considering its angle and dimension, anything. Just make a sketch, make your hand practice. Then you make its orthographic, take a scale, take a measurement, and makes like a front view, top view, side view. Okay. And then make from that front view, top view, make its isometric view. Now here you go with the dimension which was there in the orthographic view. And then give your hand that practice, give your mind that understanding. That's the most important product of these past 2 days workshops. Okay, and let me see for the next Friday to go for how to do basic layout, how you arrange the furniture or how you arrange the walls, so something into that. I will just like jot down that and I will put that. Okay,
All right.
Okay.
and
Okay.
friends of you or anybody who likes to join in, they are all welcome. It is like, yeah, we are taking our some time. Yeah, and I think I said it will be just 40 minutes, but I believe that I have delivered more than what I was planning and what I plan, because I feel that will help you for your future. Okay, thanks for
Mhm.
joining today, and I had a great time. I hope you had a great time, you all of you. I could see two more members, just they got, one of them said they have some work and something, so they can go through the review of this, right? And any takeout from you? What do you feel like? Do you, is it the idea of our basic to the advanced engineering drawing in interior and architecture, does it got cleared, the concept and the idea? Any today's takeout? I would like to know.
For me, it's understanding more of the softwares that we'll be using and practicing more on them, especially on the AutoCAD. That is my big
Yes,
take from today.
yes, and that's
Like,
one of the biggest tool for you to develop your design. See, we that's what, like, we are creators, so we should have our own tools handy and developed. And today's world is going towards a lot many things, a lot other things, lot of developments. So how, if you don't know your basic, you cannot understand that. So make always your basics so clean and clear. Understand that, practice and practice. Yes, Hami, do you have, please, your take up for today's takeout?
yeah, I'm getting that roots back, like, or root things are drawings. So I'm revisiting all those basics I've learned.
Yeah, and it is useful even though you are practically working, you are a student, you are freshly graduate. It's always important to keep improving yourself, to develop your techniques, to develop your skills, because we are human, right? We tend to forget, we tend to get fumble, we tend to get disturbed. So this is a tool to keep polishing your skill. Thank you for joining today, Shumi, and everyone, those who were there, like Shireen, Nofi, and everyone else. Thank you for making the workshop successful. And thank God today is being with the Google Meet. We are continuous and in between. Sorry for the disturbance with the internet. See you next time. Take care and have a great weekend.
Okay,
Bye.
ma'am.
You
Thank you.
too. Thank you. Have a good weekend.
Welcome. Bye.